Welcome to our project. Our project title is Catching the Ball. Let me introduce our team. Myself, Rohini K. Katti, my roll number is 1711, and other teammates are Abhishek Sunadoli, roll number 1751, Amok Sheth, roll number 1754, Sanjana Shettar, roll number 56. We are working under the guidance of Mr. Raghuraja Adi sir. Let me have a look at problem definition. Design a semi-automatic gaming machine which is able to drop and catch the ball accurately. It should be portable and user-friendly. It should be relaxing and less stressful to play. Machine must not exceed the size of 400 cubic centimeter. It should be able to catch one ball at a time and should be able to drop 20 balls per minute. Game should continue till 3 missed attempts. Budget to build should not exceed Rs 2000 and it should work accurately and should be lighter in weight. Machine should display the number of attempts and should sense the ball and display the successful and failed number of attempts. Let me move through the function tree and functional clustering. We classified a main function to 4 sub-functions. First function is handling the ball, which includes storing of ball, pass through the container, dropping a ball at a time and catching of ball. And the second sub-function is handling the container, which includes sensing the ball, holding the ball, catching the ball and move in the direction of the ball. And the third sub-function is restoring of ball, which includes collect ball from container, taking the ball upwards, storing the ball and ball is ready to drop. And the fourth subsystem, it will indicate the game, that is game indication. It includes game over after 3 attempts. We have a look at the functional clustering. The first subfunction is clustered as ball handling unit and the second subfunction is clustered as container handling unit and the third subsystem is clustered as restoring unit and the fourth subsystem is clustered as interface unit. These are the subsystems identified: ball handling unit, container handling unit, interface unit and restoring unit. Let us have a look at some of the generated concepts. And among these, we have chosen the first concept, selected concept. This is the image of a selected concept. Let me move to the virtual implementation phase. 3D model of the entire system. These are different views of the assembled 3D model. This is the conveyor belt and these are the slots. Let me have a video of the 3D model. This 3D model is showing all the waves. These are the slots. These are the various motors. This is the conveyor belt. It is a sliding path. From this, the restoring of ball occurs through threading. This is all about the 3D model video. Now let me move to the circuit diagram of the entire system. The circuit diagram, it consists of batteries, Arduino UNO, micro servos, push buttons, switch, relays, etc. And here we classified the entire circuit diagram into 3 subsystems. The first subsystem, it will indicate the process of restoring of ball. Here the DC motor will be continuously working, and in the second subsystem it will indicate about the movement of slots based on the rotation of servo motor, and the third one will indicate the movement of conveyor belt. Let me move to the flow chart. As soon as the process starts, the DC motor is turned on and it is continuously working. It is meant for it is meant for the restoring of ball through threading. And on the slot, as soon as the ball touches the slot, the sensor present on the slot, it will sense it, and servo motor rotates, slot opens, and when it is off, that is when the sensor gives slow input, servo motor does not rotate and slot remains closed. Similar thing happens with the conveyor belt movement. This is the bill of materials required for the entire system. Namely, some of them are conveyor belt, DC geared motor, slots, base, size, a cylindrical pipe, IR sensors, L clamp, ball catcher, microcontroller, nuts and screws, breadboard, adapter, two-channel relay, mini USB cable, wires, and male to female connecting cables. And this is about motor sizing and battery sizing of the entire system. First, about the DC motor. Based on the value of mass of the shaft, radius of the shaft, coefficient of friction between nylon rod and foam sheet, factor of safety, acceleration due to gravity, we calculate force and torque, and based on the torque value, we are going to choose a particular RPM motor. Now we are using 30 RPM DC geared motor, servo motor, based on its mass, perpendicular distance, acceleration values, will find the force and based on the factor and with the factor of safety, we are going to find the torque value of the servo motor. And let me move to the battery sizing. The maximum current consumed by the DC motor will be 300 milliampere, and by calculating about the battery capacity, so the battery capacity is 1110 milliampere hour. As in our project, we require 2 DC motors and 3 servo motors. This is a table indicating that motor type DC motor we require 2 and the torque value is this much. We use 30 RPM motor and this is about the current consumption and voltage required. Similar thing for servo motor. We are using 3 servo motor for our project which is working at a voltage 9 volt. We are using 2 batteries each of 9 volts and this is about the final conclusion. Motor, DC motor, we are using the DC motor for movement of conveyor belt and the other DC motor is used for restoring of ball, whereas the other 3 servo motors are used for opening and closing of slots. Now let me move to the function specification of entire system. First one, 3 slots each having diameter 4.2 cm is made to pass the ball through them. Circumference of the ping pong ball which we are taking is 4 cm. 20 balls are to be dropped from the slots per minute. And IR sensor model of frequency 37 kHz and working voltage of 2.225 volt is used to sense the ball as soon as it reaches the slots. Conveyor belt of 42 cm length is used to hold the acrylic sheet which acts as a container. 30 RPM DC gear motor is used for the movement of conveyor belt. If we miss the target of passing the ball 3 times, the game ends and the scores are displayed on LED display and it is indicated by blink of LED. Let us have a look at modeling and simulation video. Welcome to the simulation of Catching the Ball project. Welcome to the simulation of Catching the Ball project. This is our circuit. The components involved in our circuit are one Arduino UNO, 4 push buttons, 5 1 kilo ohm resistor, 3 micro servo, 2 9-volt batteries, 2 DC motors, 2 relays and 1 switch. We have 3 subsystems. One is meant for restoring of ball and the other is meant for movement of conveyor belt and the third one is meant for the movement of slots. Let me simulate the circuit. Let me move to the first subsystem. Here, the DC motor is connected with a battery of 9 volt and DC motor will be always rotating. This rotation will indicate the restoring of ball. This subsystem will help in restoring of ball. And let me move to the second subsystem, which involves the movement of servo motor based on the input given to the push button. Here, both micro servo as well as the push button is connected with Arduino UNO. As soon as we give input to the push button, servo motor rotates from 0 to 90 degree and again it retraces its path, indicating the opening and closing of slots. If the ball reaches the slots, then it will press the push button. The input given through this push button will indicate this direction of servo motor. So let me press this first push button. The slot will open and again retraces. And if I press the second push button, it will again open and close. And it is same for the third push button. When I press the third push button, it will again open and close. Let me move to the third subsystem. It is connected to the battery and the DC motor is connected with two relays and a switch. So this subsystem will indicate the movement of conveyor belt. The movement of conveyor belt can be controlled with the help of DC motor. As soon as the ball reaches the conveyor belt, switch is turned on. When the switch is turned on, it starts rotating in clockwise direction. It indicates that the conveyor belt starts to move in the clockwise direction, and as soon as the switch is turned off, it will be in anti-clockwise direction. The same thing will repeat. This process will repeat till the end of the game. This is all about the simulation. Thank you.